Testing 1 2 3 eyes. Testing 1 2 3 testing. Yo, what's up? Welcome to Vencabot. Oh, this is what's this game called again? It's called The Last of Us Part 2. That's right. We're playing as Chiba and her girlfriend Dina. Let's get into the fucking mix. Last time we were in a tunnel. It says right there, the tunnels. Very convenient. Very convenient. Damn Drops even got his own Netflix show. Did he really? Maybe we should try to get the Vencabot Netflix show. If Dame Drops can do it, then we can do it. Because I want Whataburger. I'm going to actually be in Whataburger land in the end of this month, down there in Austin, Texas. Dick says you only want to try American fast food because you've never tried American fast food. Dick's American fast food is fucking godlike. What are you talking about? Is it great, Dick's? Have a Canadian fast food? I haven't been to Canada since I was a kid, Dick's, to be honest. It just struck me. It's been so long. I feel like it hasn't been that long from a Michigander. As a Michigander, I feel a special kinship with Canada. But actually, I haven't gone to Canada, like, for real in probably, you know, almost 2 decades. Be more than 2 decades. Dick says, Max says here, have you tried some beaver tails before? Canadian fast food delicacy, huh? Perhaps. Is my fucking hair on my shoulder? Gross. Get off my shoulder, hair. Jeez. Fucking hair. I always say this, guys, but I'm going to shave my head. I don't know exactly when. Beaver tails is in the chain, or as in the pastry. There's 2 beaver tails. Actually, it's the name of a real place. I thought Mac was making fun of you. It sounds like such a Canadian thing, beaver tails. It's a pastry. This game takes forever to load, man. It comes on 2 discs, this game does. It comes on a data disc, which installs onto the hard drive, and then a playing disc, which you would assume is also full of information. Oh my god, what a weird place to have fucking stopped. What the hell? So I guess all these guys are fucking dead. Isn't it crazy, Mac? Yeah, fucking loud-ass PS4, dude. What is this fucking ArcSys drive server load? Yeah, it just fucking takes forever. We haven't searched the area for treasure yet, so we gotta do that now. It's kind of a drag as insofar as like a place to start the stream. Because this is a really dark area. I don't really mind searching for treasure a lot of the time. I remember complaining in The Last of Us Part 1 about the whole thing with, you know, like the scrounging. It's kind of like not my favorite expression of a treasure hunting mechanic, to be honest. But in the dark, this is really bad. Like, this is actually really obnoxious. I don't know where I'm going or where I've been. I think this is where I was. Canadian fast food is just American fast food, but worse, huh? Our McDonald's has poutine, I guess. We've had this conversation on stream before, but is poutine really that good? It sounds kind of gross. But people tell me it's amazing. Dick says Subway, easy. I like all kinds of footlongs. Subway is pretty good. I'm inclined to agree. My favorite, though, obviously, Taco Bell. That shit's way overpowered. I like Taco Bell. I like Wendy's. And that's really about it in terms of, like, the big chains. Those are my 2 favorites. I'll fuck with any kind of fast food, though. But those are my favorites. Tyler says poutine is great, huh? Poutine is dope, says Dix. It's just gross if you go in wanting good fries. Yeah, you mean in terms of, like, you know, people say that, is it really a good fry if it needs ketchup to be good? And I'm like, yeah. Fuck yeah. But, yeah, it's a different conversation, I guess. Is it really good chicken if it needs sauce to be good? Well, does it come with sauce? Yeah. Then yes. That's fine. To me, it counts. I guess it's a matter. It's a matter of debate in terms of abstraction. It's a matter of abstraction, right? Where does the chicken end? Does the breading count? That's not really part of the chicken per se, but it is, you know, a part of the whole deal. I've heard people say that Cane's chicken is not very good because it requires the sauce to be good. But again, the Cane's chicken comes with the sauce, right? Yeah, I mean, without the sauce, it might not be as good, but that's the fucking point. The same for me with, like, you know, fries and ketchup. I like me some naked-ass fries, don't get me wrong. I love naked-ass fries. But if your fries are really good with ketchup, then I'm not fucking gonna hate, dog. I don't care if they're not good without ketchup. Ain't nothing to find around here, dude. Is White Castle lit? No. Don't listen to Mackenzie. He's totally wrong. White Castle is fucking doo-doo butt cheeks. It is the most stoner, you know, late night, drunk, nowhere else is open kind of place. I've eaten there many times, especially for, like, third strike events where everything else is closed in the middle of the night. And someone goes, let's get White Castle. That shit is ass. But, you know, like, it's good. Like, any fast food is good when you're with the 3S homies in the middle of the night. But I'd rather eat anywhere else. I mean, more isn't it's a soggy mess. I'd say a good fry needs to be a fry and not a noodle. That's true. That is true. Yeah, I need to have a little bit of crunch on there. Preparation counts to the whole, says Mac. So the breading would count in the quality of the chicken. What Castle will make you doo-doo butt cheeks? The fuck? Was that Dina? Or is that a fucking... La Nina? Think about out here missing the point, going on a rant. No surprise. I'm just saying, dude. I'm just saying. This is a separate conversation, but I've heard that before. People saying, oh, the fries are ass, man. They only taste good with fucking syrup. I mean, with, syrup. With ketchup. It's like, I mean, yeah, sure. They're good with ketchup. That shit's baller. Can I open this door? I can. Okay, that's where I'm supposed to go, I think, then. Maple bacon poutine, huh? Fries and syrups is Mac? I don't know about all that. Do you guys fuck with fries and Frosty from Wendy's? That's what Locust told me to eat one time. And I tried it and I was like, I mean, it tastes like fries and Frosty. I wouldn't say that it's any better than fries and Frosty individually. You guys ever get, like, someone recommend you to try two things together and you're just like, they're both good things. It's not as gross as you might think from hearing about fries and Frosties. But it don't taste like anything but fries dipped in Frosties. So Mexa is pretty good, fries and Frosties. I think I tried it as a novelty. I don't think I would try it again. I'd rather just have the Frosty by itself. My wife loves it, Disney. Huh? I don't care. So your wife dips the fries into the Frosty? That's what blows my mind. Not that, you know, not that it's either good or bad, but that it's popular. What more, Dan? Syrup and fries, that's the American dream discount. I'm sure there's some kind of dish that you can get that. Can't fuck with mushrooms discount. We don't really find that in fast food that much. Why is that, guy? Are mushrooms expensive? Why don't you ever get mushrooms in fast food? Like, almost ever. Maybe because they're not as popular, huh? And fast food, by its very nature, has to be quite standardized. Can I grab whatever's in that box up here? This box looks kind of suspicious. It's just a box, huh? What kind of box is it? Looks like a fucking video card box. Right? It says something about something X10,000. Looking at mushrooms probably counters traumatic memories, huh? Why would counter traumatic memories about mushrooms? He was in a Mushroom Kingdom one time? Yeah, maybe so, Mac. Yeah, it comes to Far Cry 3. I don't throw around the word tacky a lot, guys. Tacky is one of those words not really part of my diction. Do you guys think it's tacky when your graphics card has artwork on it? At all? I was gonna say artwork based on a sponsored game. But honestly, I just mean at all. I don't care if it's a sponsored game or what. Don't put any artwork on my fucking graphics card. Please. Oh my. If the option is given to have the fries without sauce and it tastes bad, the fries are ass. What kind of fries taste bad, though? You know what I mean? Do fries actually taste bad? Some fries aren't as good without ketchup. I never had fried, and I was like, oh, well, I shouldn't say never, but for the most part. Cold ones in Neon? Yeah, cold fries. My GPU came with Tom Clancy's The Division, and the code was already used. Really? Just don't look at statistics. I don't fucking look at your graphics card. Wiggly cold ones? Ooh. The straight waggling. I think really the burned ones are the worst, right? I mean, cold fries are whatever.
What the hell happened here?
You can usually control if they're cold or not by eating them promptly.
Crash. Thanks, Sherlock.
But the ones that are like burned, those are the worst. Crispies are the best, says Mag. Yeah, I don't really mind the crispy bits per se, but sometimes they go overboard. Sometimes the crispiness becomes a detriment. It's overly crispy. I don't mind if they're, you know, kind of crunchy. But when they're like crunchy and black, it's like, ugh. Ugh. Oh, man, this darkness is driving me nuts. Be cool to get out of here at some point. I see daylight up there, so I think we're getting close to being free. Sploosh, sploosh, sploosh. It's kind of funny. This game starts with an open world section. Because this is a rant that was not worth having the first time, let alone the 10th time. But, like, why would you make a video game and have it have an open world chapter, but have the rest of the game be linear? That just seems like a bizarre decision to make in the first place. But what's more is that it's kind of a dumb idea to put it right in the beginning, like both this game did and Lost Legacy did, because then the whole game you're thinking to yourself, boy, that sure was fun. Like, how come? Like, if you're gonna have a part, you know, be better than the rest of your whole game, at least put it at the end. The one's extra fried, all black fry. Ugh. Ugh. Eat it first, let's taste better, says Dix. There you go. That's a good idea. You gotta fucking throw those shits away. Sometimes you eat them without even realizing it, though. That's the problem. You get a handful of fries, one of them's burned. That's ass. I'll probably eat the fries anyway, says Shiva Jones. Huh? But if I had to add a condiment to enjoy it, that do be a crutch. Oh my god. Well, I guess part of my argument about ketchup, you know, fries being good with ketchup and not being a terrible thing, comes from the fact that a separate topic altogether, which is it's hard for me to be critical of fries. Right? I like fries just because they're French fries. Right. I guess my problem with people saying that, you know, a fry is not good if it's not good without ketchup has less to do with the fact that I think ketchup should count as a part of the package deal. More to do with the fact that someone's out here hating on some fries, and to me that's like, why would you hate on fries? Fries are so good. And they, you know, if you need ketchup to make them, you know, like, you know, to the next level, then put some ketchup on those bitches. But I kind of feel like even without ketchup, like, you know, every fry is delectable. It's just that, you know, if you're really so hard to please that you need ketchup on these fries to make them decent, then I think that's still a good fry. Just put some ketchup on there. I kind of feel like, you know, if it's really a bad fry, then it wouldn't be good with ketchup either. Right? Maybe I'm wrong about that. Guys, I apologize for not responding to your message properly. I'm okay. I could complain, but I could be really worse, says Connor, huh? Over barbecue sauce kind of guy? Even on your fries, Connor? You on French fries, dog? Because that'd be crazy.
Jesus. I wonder how long they kept these running past outbreak day.
Girls, you've never probably seen a train in your life running, right? What do you know about trains? Probably no...
Go then.
No frame of reference, right? Well, they still watch movies, right? They apparently still watch movies in this world. So I guess they would know what a train is like, probably, without having to ever actually see one. It's like McDonald's nuggets, huh? Where people buy them as an excuse to eat dipping sauce. Okay, Dix. Now you slow the fuck down. You know I love you, dog. You're easily my favorite viewer of this channel. Easily. No contest. But chicken nugs from McDonald's McNuggets, dog?
Dina? Yeah.
I will always fuck McNuggets. I don't need no fucking sauce for those. I usually don't put sauce on my McNugs, to be honest. I'm looking for treasure, but we'll find a lot of treasure, huh? Unless the states are wildly different, you can get out of here with that. Maybe they are wildly different, dude. You guys in the chat agree with me? Like, chicken McNuggets, honestly, they're legendarily, like, better cold, right? They're legendarily even better cold. I will buy, like, a 20-piece McNug, eat what I can, put the rest in the fridge, eat them later. Again, no sauce. That shit's broken tier. I used to be addicted to ketchup when I was young, huh? And hell yeah, give me that BBQ sauce on my chips. Oh, your chips. Oh, your chips. All right, you guys have chips over there, not fries. I'm kind of frustrated that there's no treasure here. I'm like walking around in circles thinking to myself, there's gotta be treasure, I must have missed it, but no, I just think I'm supposed to just keep going. When you're spoiled and have some fries that do that are so good, you don't need to do anything but eat them. I should make some right now. Dude, Shiva Jones, maybe you should make some right now, dog. I would endorse that decision. No, honestly, I don't hardly ever eat ketchup on my fries. Honestly. And that's the honest to God truth. Sometimes I'll have some fries, and again, they're like, they're not the best I've had, but then ketchup like makes me like, you know, blows my mind when give some ketchup on there. And then it's like, yeah, I guess that's where my stance comes from on fries and their relationship with ketchup and whether or not they're good. It's the fact that I don't really use ketchup that often on my fries. Even for, you know, fries that are subpar sometimes. But oftentimes I will have some fries that are, you know, not like mind-blowing. But then ketchup like brings them like that next level. And I'm like, dude, it's a good ass fry if you ask me. Put some ketchup on there and it's like fucking great. And yeah. I don't mind the taste of ketchup, but the smell of it gets to me, says Dix. Gets to you? Like you don't eat it because you're afraid you're gonna smell it or what? Ketchup, I don't know if it's different in Canada, but in the US it's considered to be pretty inoffensive. Like it's literally put on everything. It's a very inoffensive condiment. I never was offended by ketchup. It's just one of those things where, mostly because I'm lazy. Well, I don't want to have to dip my fries. Oh, what's all this? Treasure? Where's I'm supposed to go, probably, huh? Let's go double check.
Getting closer to light.
What the hell is this? Oh, a little boosty boost. That's where I'm supposed to go. Okay, might find some treasure here finally. Let's go check it out. I like honey mustard on my fries. I like honey mustard in general, but I'm not sure about on fries. I don't see why it wouldn't be good on fries. That's good on everything else. Oh, I forgot I'm all full on resources. That's so annoying. That's so annoying. I'm full on everything, dog. It's like the first game. It gets to the point where it's like, why am I even looking for treasure when I can't even carry any more treasure? I'm literally overloaded with treasure. I can't get no fucking trading card or something? Where's some cranberry chutney? I've never had chutney before. I'm not bougie like that. The smell of ketchup and French bothers me, huh? And ranch, I'm sorry, I said French. I eat them just fine, but smelling them outside of that bothers me. Oh, okay. Trying to imagine what ketchup smells like. I can't really even picture it in my head, to be honest. Maybe it's that vinegar. It's kind of a scent, huh? I don't really fuck with ranch at all. I never was into ranch. The only kind of ranch I can eat is like ranch Doritos. Trying to learn how to play chess, this Connor, huh? Totally random, but true. What are you playing on? Do you play on the World Wide Web?
What you got?
How the fuck?
Come on.
What the fuck? Oh, it's a ventilation system. Maybe it wasn't that heavy. Okay, I'm about to say. On some fucking She-Hulk type shit. Chutney is a humble Indian comment, huh? I should try sometime.
Let's rally. We're almost out.
Since I've never had it, I just presume that it's bougie. Using YouTube tutorials, haven't tried a match yet, says Connor, huh? Well, it seems kind of like you'd want to probably get in some matches, huh? Oh, what the hell? There's something here. I'm full of it, though. Oh, it's resource. It's ammo. Oh, my God. I think it was the last part when we last talked about this, right? Like the elixir problem in games like this. And how I think that it's sort of a game design flaw, subjectively, in my opinion, when you have a game that has limited resources, and the player has no way of having any control of when they get the resources, right? I have zero control of when I get more ammo. And so then it's like, to me, the question is, how do I know how to spend my ammo? To me, the only way to know is when you have to use it to survive, which I think is what the game's kind of going for, except that it's, I guess, too easy. And even if it wasn't too easy, you know, it's kind of hard to balance the game in that respect then, I guess, huh? Like, how do you balance it so that it's hard enough that it requires you to use certain resources to survive, but not so hard that there's only, like, one way to survive, which is to use all your resources? What's up, Remy? Welcome aboard. We're sneaking around in the subway tunnel trying to avoid getting eaten by zombies. It's a whole thing. Oh my, what the fuck? Some Nathan Drake shit. It's crumbling to dust. And mash square here. Dina, just use your knife. Don't waste ammo on that. Okay, shit's infinite ammo, I guess.
Ellie, your mask. Here, we can share mine.
No.
Stop! Ellie, stop! Ellie, stop! What? No! Ellie, no!
Stop! I'm not infected. I'm immune. I'm not coughing, do you see? Fuck. Dina,
Oh no!
can you run?
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna run?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's fucking go!
Let's go!
No!
Run, Dina!
Fucking run!
Ellie!
Right here! Don't slow down!
Better hurry up, Dina, 'cause I'm gonna follow you. Thank you, Dina.
Hey, hurry!
She has unlimited ammo, dude. It's fucking sick.
Go right! Come on!
Hurry up, Dina. These fucking little cinematic events are so funny. Oh my. Get off me. It's a clicker. I thought I would be dead. They can't use a turnstile? That's sick.
Dina!
We should get bit. I'm kind of in control here.
Hey,
A little bug on my hand, guys.
what do you say we rest in that theater?
Rest?
That sounds so fucking good.
This is a zombie apocalypse. It's really full of zombies in there. Why'd you assume there's no zombies in there? Learning more about Friedrich Nietzsche, says Connor. I'm getting educated. Remy says, I've seen the beginning of this game and the end, but nothing in between. Yeah, same here, pretty much. And I've heard all the spoilers for the game, but I haven't seen much of the gameplay. Well, if I hold the run button, we don't do nothing. That's funny. Wait, what? Oh, is that an invisible wall over here? Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. I misunderstood. Are you more toward the middle or the beginning? I think I'm more toward the beginning of the game, I think. We've been playing now for probably going on 20 hours, but you guys know the pace I play at. It's probably more like, probably more like 8 hours of actual gameplay that I've passed, and the game's supposed to be pretty long. That's the definition of middle, says Dix, huh? No wonder you consider yourself an average, huh? Oh my god. Come on, Dix. Fucking Connor's here, dude. He's been absent for a while. Be welcoming to him, Dix. Show him we're happy to have him here. Don't fucking try and scare him off with your fucking shtick, dude. Tell him how great he is. You're great, Connor. You're a fucking legend, dude. Good luck with your chess practice. Hope you get all mad brainy from reading all this Nietzsche. Hope you get mad ladies for being a big brain dude. If we're talking about your personality, your peak quality, says Dix, huh? The rest of you is a problem. Oh my god, Dix. You were so close, Dix. So I really can't do anything but go inside the theater. Again, why not just have it play out as a cutscene then? If I go anywhere else, it just stops me with an invisible wall. Like, you can't go any further that way, dog. Go inside the theater, man. Weren't you paying attention? It's like a comprehension quiz, right? She said, "Go to the theater, dude. Go to the theater." Can't you read? It says theater right there.
I got you. Here. Got it?
What happened to Dina? She hurt her foot or what? I had you on when you guys were talking about sauces. I'm disappointed nobody said anything about sweet and sour sauce. What the fuck? This is already barricaded. That's not good. Probably humans here.
Alright, we're good. Come on.
Maybe I'm going through a breakdown or some kind of crisis, Connor. How do you mean? Let's look at Dina. Make sure she's not fucking bit up or something by some zombies. Yeah, sweet and sour sauce is pretty good. But it's not always available in fast food. How about that, though, guys? I mean, does the sweet and sour chicken need to be good without the sauce?
You want to tell me what's going on with you?
What's going on with me? Ellie, I just saw you breathe spores.
I'm like a fish. I got the zombie gills.
I told you. I'm immune. Okay. You're immune? Come on.
I told you the story about my zombie bite, right?
I was bitten a long time ago.
The fuck are you talking about?
I was bitten and nothing happened.
I'm immune.
The chemical burn.
Yeah, so I've been to a lot of Chinese food places, Shiva Jones, that they serve the sweet and sour chicken
and Tommy
with a sweet and sour sauce on the side.
are the only ones who know.
And like little chicken nuggets, basically. Dare I say,
Knew.
chicken nuggies.
Now
Oh,
you
they
know.
keep it a secret so that nobody would kill her. Oh, I see.
I can't get you infected if that's what you're worried about.
Yeah, Connor, here's my advice, dude. Don't have any drive in life, dog. Just sleep.
Can't make you immune either.
Just sleep all the time. Until you feel better. That's always served me well in my depressions throughout life. I was depressed for a decade, dude. I slept for 10 years and I feel better.
Really? I think I'm pregnant.
Oh, man.
What?
But I don't even have a dick.
Don't worry, it's not yours. What are we... What are we supposed to do now?
Ellie's taking it quite well.
Nothing. I just need to rest for a second.
Are you fucking kidding? How long have you known?
It was late a few weeks ago.
A few weeks? We could have still turned back.
I didn't know.
Turn back. How long have we been on this journey?
Sure, okay, I didn't want to be a burden.
Well, you're a burden now, aren't you?
You know, shots fired, but I mean, it's true. Say you're sorry, Ellie. Come on.
I'm gonna make sure this place is secured. Just
Oh
rest.
my. Dude, we gotta freaking abort the fuck out of this baby, guys. We gotta super kill this baby. I'm talking about like a little bit kill the baby. I'm talking about like hella kill this baby, dude. We gotta fucking get this show on the road. We got zombies hunting us down, dude. Ain't got no time for no freaking preggers, Dina. We gotta fucking, you know, we gotta get this motherfucker, dude. We gotta jump his ass. His/her ass. That just means you have the rest of your life to figure it out, says Dick. That's true as well. Take out a loan, dick around for a year, and then die when it runs out, says Dick. So don't do that. I don't recommend that at all. I've had sweet and sour sauce since I stopped ordering Chinese, but it's top tier. I should order some Chinese food. I don't know. I'm really, really hungry. Try swimming in the ocean at night during a lightning storm. Really does the trick to reignite shit, says Remy, huh? He's too dense to float, says Dick. I mean, he's over there in the UK. He probably has ocean all around him. Yeah, I'm, of course, being half facetious, but seriously. Just be patient. I know it's really difficult. But if I could go back to talk to my younger self when I was mad depressed and give myself one piece of advice, it'd just be, dude, stop trying to figure shit out all the time. Why are you fucking trying to be a big brain brainiac? Okay? People have literally lived on this planet for tens of thousands of years and haven't figured shit out yet. And I gotta fucking figure shit out? That's ridiculous. Right? Yeah, okay. Sometimes life doesn't make any sense and things don't seem to add up the way they're supposed to add up. That's cool. That's fine. Again, literally everyone in your whole ancestry has had that same experience, and they all, you know, made it through to, you know, to let's say to completion. You know, just all the time I spent trying to figure everything out, and I was mad worried and you know, frustrated. I wish I had just fucking, again, gone to bed, just gone to sleep.
Wonder how many people die in this play.
Cassandra, the American tragedy. Can I flip it? Can't flip it? Come on. Yeah, just fucking take a deep breath, dog. It's gonna be cool. Have something to eat. It'll really bring the spark back, though, Dick, says Remy, huh? I speak from experience. Swimming in the ocean in lightning storm? Oh my god, that sounds too fucking dangerous. Better not. But if he fails, he'll have nothing left, says Tix, huh? But we're I'm more like lost interest to, I mean, I'm more or less interested. I think, again, I'm more interested than I was in the first game. I'm not sure if that's because the quality of writing is better. I think it's just more that, you know, I like the protagonist more. I think Joel's whole thing with him being the father figure character just didn't really speak to me as a, you know, a 30-year-old single, you know, lady boy. It's really relaxing. Wow, with the fucking lightning and everything. I guess it probably distributes electricity. Let's say lightning does hit the water, right? I guess it's pretty rare to begin with. It probably distributes that shit pretty fast. Probably wouldn't get hella zapped. Maybe a little bit zapped. But not so zapped you'd be like, oh. I never did go for the fucking gruff, macho archetype. That really is Joel's whole thing. He's like, "Brr. I'm like, yeah? Yeah? So what? So I can go through there or go upstairs. Good evening, Jim. Good evening.
Pregnant. Fucking pregnant.
Is she gonna be jealous?
Keep something like that.
I'm getting Ghostbusters vibes, guys. I want to bust no ghosts, guys. A lot of little rooms in here and shit. I'm trying to like not go where I'm supposed to go and try and find treasure instead, but they're making it pretty hard because it's very hard to tell where you're supposed to go. Still can be replaced by 2 to 4, by a 2x4 the frowny faces, J-Bomb, huh? Yeah, oh, what the, yeah, there's so much that looks important. I don't want to do anything important. I want to do anything that's not important. Yeah, he had pathos, right? He lost his daughter. He was a displaced father. That was his whole thing. He was a displaced father. He's a guy that was meant to be a father. That was his destiny. And it was robbed from him. And he had to sort of get it back. But, that just doesn't speak to me thematically, I guess. And I spoke to some people the same way. The way it didn't speak to me is exactly how it spoke to some other people. You hear people a lot saying, oh, it spoke to me as a young father, as someone that just had my first kid. And I'm having these fatherly impulses, and my psychology is going nuts with my hormones or whatever. Now I feel like I got to take care of this kid, and now we have this, this experience is sort of, let's say, reflected in this game's themes, right? So it kind of spoke to them that way. That's cool. But to me, it was kind of the opposite, right? I was totally bored by the premise. This one's a more straight-up revenge story. I think I just feel more for Dina and Ellie that way. They're younger. I don't know. Hey, trading cards. It's like trading cards. I don't know if the actual writing itself is better than the first game. I kind of feel like it might be, but I'm not really that literate. Hard for me to say. What I will say is that, again, I kind of care a little bit more than I did in the first game.
Shit. There's someone living here?
Oh, shit. Oh, man. What do we got here? It's a note. Let's read it. September 4th. Me, Perez, Green, and Adams made it to the listening post 2 days ago, and so far, so good. WLF haven't come looking here yet. The city's lost the WLF. We escaped headquarters and are out of sheer luck and good timing. Torres, Ward, and the others are probably dead. Camping here. Grateful to be alive for now. September 6th. Can't sleep. Burning up with a fever. No medicine. Looked everywhere. We don't have anything except for uniforms on our backs. No contact from Flip. Oh, okay. Anyone on the radio either. How many of us made it out? September 7th. Still feverish. Don't have any big cuts, so probably not an infection. The others are waiting until nightfall, then making a run to the hospital to get medicine for me and supplies for wherever we're going next. They're good guys. Oh no, they're dead. Shouldn't be taking this long. You think it's overly ambitious, Shiva Jones? I haven't got that from it yet.
Okay.
I'm not sure how early I am into the game.
This one's old. Still, better be careful.
Can I go inside here if I crouched? Hey, it's adorable. Normally there'd be an invisible wall there. Got a bunch of books, huh? Trying to keep entertained. No Game Boys, though. That's a drag. Can I crawl under there? It looks like probably not, huh? We've been taking hella precautions around here. Okay, that's good. That's fucking tech. Not sure what J-Bomb means, though. Now you got me worried. Oh, you mean in terms of, like, COVID, I hope? It's still very early. Well, that's kind of... On one hand, that's alarming. On the other hand, it's a little bit reassuring as well. Right? It's alarming because I've heard this game be criticized for being overly long from a lot of different sources. And already, of course, this game is very simple gameplay-wise as the first game was. And I'm already feeling kind of, like, bored by the mechanics of it. That being said, I also feel like the story has a lot of room to grow still. And I would be kind of let down if it was going to end sometime in the near future in that respect. So I would say that I'm kind of interested right now that I'm still very early in the game. We'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll find it to be overly ambitious too. But at the same time, it's kind of like, I wonder how long this game's going to be. Maybe I will find it by the end of like, oh my god, why is it going for so long? That COVID popping off down here. That's what I heard. I mean, let hear that you're being careful though. Wow, that's beautiful. Sometimes, as someone that's critical of this and other AAA games, I take the graphics kind of for granted. But, I mean, you gotta admit, it looks awfully nice. Even when, we're gonna see these graphics get, improved upon over the years in terms of their realism, we're gonna see things looking much more convincing as time goes on. I do think that, much love should go to Naughty Dog for their sense of design in the world. It's very cinematic nature. It does look very put together and attractive. And, yeah, it is kind of nice. Waiting for tutorial completed chapter 1 to show up on the screen. Oh my god, J-Bomb. Honestly, you're right, Jim. We're still doing tutorial shit, right? I mean, we're still kind of literally introducing these kind of zombies and shit. More notes, still the same handwriting. Same guy, maybe? I love water elements in levels, and I can't wait for you to go out there. I don't think they're coming back. They're not coming back, huh? Either got ambushed or they ditched me. Not my fault I got sick. At least the fever's gone, but now I'm fucking starving. Can probably raid the buildings nearby for food, then see if I can raise someone on the radio. The 15th of September. Constant rain means I at least won't die of thirst. Unfortunately, it keeps making the electricity conk out all the time. Makes it kind of hard to use the radio. Not like anyone was answering anyway. The WLF can't have hit all the Fedra listening posts. No way. No need to keep trying. He's a Fedra guy. Dreamt they were laughing as I slowly bled out from a gut shot. Woke up an hour ago, still shaking. Need a cigarette. You'd think there'd be a pack or two stashed somewhere in fucking theater, but apparently not this one. Okay, power's out. Gonna head to the roof and see if I can get it back on. Okay, that's kind of what I'm doing now. I'm kind of following his footsteps. Can't take the note. Oh, there's like a VCR here too. Oh, this is the radio. Nada.
Need to get the power going.
Following this guy's footsteps. Interesting. Be more interesting on an open world game. And I feel like I found it myself and was kind of like on a side quest that was sort of incidental because it's it's the main path of the game. I feel kind of like it's less interesting that way. It's indeed a beautiful, graphically speaking, God of War level combat animations. I haven't played God of War either, the new one. Here you go, J-Bomb. Oh my god. Kind of cool how when you come outside, the sound of rain is louder. Pull their hoodie up, that's pretty fun. Here we go. Watch out for the zombies. There's a guy that came to let me know. According to his note, last we heard from this guy, we went to the roof, right? A lot of chest-high walls here. I'm kind of nervous. It's kind of cool. The sound of the rain gets more clear as I come outside, right? You hear more of the high frequencies, like we would in a real situation like this. I played the PS4 remaster of the first game. Not sure how much the graphics improved between PS3 and PS4. It'd be funny to see it. I mean, it's been 4 years since I played that game. I wonder how these games compare graphically. You would think this game should be much, much better, but maybe it's not. Okay. Well, there's the guy who got zapped, looks like. Oh my, look at all the fucking burn marks. Give me this. Boom, bam. Falcon, give me this. This is the generator. This is where the guy got burninated.
Damn. You get fried? Guess you weren't much of an electrician.
Rest in fucking peace. What's this thing? Want me to pull it? That was weird. I hit triangle and nothing happened. There you go. Got burned, Remy.
Got it.
So, how did he get fried then? That don't look good. They're trying to use a radio? Is that a great idea? I feel like probably not, right? Guys, what is the best open world game? I want to hear from each of you guys in the chat, without exception. Because as this thought crosses my mind, I find I'm really interested in it. I'm really, really interested to hear what your guys' thoughts are on this. Maple Stories is dicks? I'll count it dicks, honestly. Again, I kind of, when I asked the question, I was like, but there's a lot of definitions of open world game. I figure I'll take any definition, though. Just want to hear what your guys' thoughts are on the subject. Take a minute, J-Bomb. Take a minute. I would if I were you. Ocarina of Time is Remy? Yeah. Right, that's a really dense open world. I love a dense open world, man. I love when you're exploring and you're constantly finding cool stuff. Ocarina of Time is sort of that way. Can I make anything? Like, just to use up some resources? I don't think I can, huh? I can make a Molotov. I realized that sooner. Apparently I used one at some point. It's okay, I'm sure I'll be full again before I know it. Boop ba. Fallout New Vegas is Tyler? Of all time, Hugo Jones. Or, you know, your favorite, right? Your favorite open world game of all time, yes. Fallout New Vegas is Tyler. Also very strong. But I kind of feel like, you know, if we're going to abstract away Tyler... Welcome aboard, Tyler. If we're going to abstract away, you don't agree that it's sort of like, you know, that's sort of more representative of the formula, I guess? The Bethesda formula? Maybe you disagree with that. I love New Vegas, and there are those who would argue it's really different because it's developed by, you know, Black Isle and not by Bethesda. But I kind of feel like, you know, it reflected, the open world reflected, you know, every other Bethesda game I played. Spider-Man 2 on the GameCube. That was a really fun game for sure. For me, I feel like the open world itself was pretty dull. I remember being disappointed with that game. I loved swinging around, but I kind of felt like, you know, the parts where you're like rescuing guys and exploring the city were kind of underdeveloped. Maybe you disagree with that. There's probably shit I'm forgetting, but the one game that springs to mind for me is Rockstar's Bully. I never played Bully, and I've never even seen much of Bully, Connor, so it's hard for me to really get an understanding of what you mean. Oh, look, the power's on. It's hard for me to get a mental picture of what you mean. In my mind, I always presumed it was not really that much of an open world, but I think I'm wrong about that. Tons of secrets. Fun just to move around. Combat is spicy. Funny dialogue from the tokens. There you go, Joe. Okay, you made your point. Right? Even if the world itself is not much to explore in terms of like its like layout, there are like all kinds of fun stuff to find and to unlock in that game. And like I said, the combat's pretty fun for what it is. And really, and part of the, I guess what your point you're making, J-Bomb, is that part of a really great open world game should be how you move through it, right? That should be a part of, you know, what makes it a really great experience. Has to be fun to explore, says J-Bomb. For me, the fun of exploring comes from actually, like, exploring on the ground level and, like, finding things. I think that I care a little bit less about the movement mechanics. But I think that, again, in a hypothetically ideal open world game, you would have both. And obviously, as Dix has pointed out in the past, like, movement mechanics are so important in any video game. Like, it should be fun to move around. Especially in a game where you're doing a lot of moving, like an open world game. So your point is well made, J-Bomb. It becomes open world when you get to Chapter 2. Yeah, I think I've seen some gameplay of that game where like he's exploring like a little town around the school. And the school itself is, of course, like an open environment. Witcher 3 is godlike, but most missions are just you putting a marker on a map and charging a straight line toward it. Yeah, that's a drag. Again, I kind of wish, I kind of like a situation where you're like using your eyeballs, looking around and actually finding stuff, you know, with your eyes. And it kind of rewards you for, you know, exploring. So we heard Spider-Man 2, we heard Bully, we heard Ocarina of Time, we heard New Vegas. I wonder what my answer would be. Best, I mean, I played so many video games, man. Again, a lot of us here are like lifelong hardcore gamers, so there's a lot of games to choose from. You guys know that Saints Row 2 is my favorite game of all time. That's an open world game. And I love that game's open world. Would I say it's my favorite open world ever, though? You know, maybe. I have to think about it a little bit. Maybe. Thank you for the follow, Sephiroth, 1591. Welcome aboard. I don't count RPG or action RPG as open world. FF7 or God of 2018 are respective examples. God 2018? God of War, okay. I would say Infamous or the first True Crime. True Crime. Interesting. I've played a couple of true crime games. Thought they were really fun, but not so fun that I would finish them. They're fun to kind of goof off in for a while. I remember thinking to myself that the open worlds themselves were a little bit dry. I think I played True Crime New York and True Crime Las Vegas, something like that. They're kind of like GTA games, but I feel like compared to other GTA games, like the actual environment itself was sort of copy-pasted a lot. The sounds of this game are absolutely good, huh? Grass, walking, water, man. You're right, Sephiroth. This game has a really excellent sound design, like super excellent sound design. It's really immersive that way. I've heard you talk about that game before, and it makes me curious about it, huh? Is it like Hitman at all? No, not Saints Row. Saints Row is a Grand Theft Auto clone. It's literally a clone of Grand Theft Auto. But it's got a little bit of a sillier tone, and I guess a little more personality. And likewise, compared to GTA, there's a big emphasis on dolly dress-up. It's a game where it's all about customizing your avatar, getting new clothes, pimping out your car, you know, even customizing your guns in some cases. I want to do a Saints Row series playthrough very soon. Saints Row 1, 2, 3, 4, and Get Out of Hell. Suits of LA, says Shiva Jones. Yeah, that's the one that's one of the ones that I played. When I said Las Vegas, that's what I meant. It was LA. I knew it was not Las Vegas when I said it out loud. That game was dope. Again, I loved it. I never did finish it though. But I'd love to hear, Shiva Jones, why you put that game above like a GTA game, for instance. Yeah, they're really great games, Remy. Saints Row 1, 2, 3, and 4 all have their own perks. 2 is, in my opinion, the best. They all got their own stuff going on, though. And they're not terribly long, I don't think. I might be able to do a series playthrough. I hope so. That'd be fun, I think. I like the protagonist Streets of LA, says Connor. 2 is about the peak. After that, Saints Row jumps off the diving board into the wacky pool. Yeah, I didn't really mind that as much. I really felt like Saints Row 3, its big problem was that they dialed back a lot of the best features from 2. In terms of the dolly dress-up, was really nerfed.
What's this?
What is this? Oh, keys to the main room. Oh,
Right.
the theater part. I'm kind of nervous about this, though. And also, my big problem with Saints Row 3 was just that it felt rushed. Like, I think that, again, the wackiness of it was whatever. I mean, that was definitely a departure, more than a lot of people recognize, and I much love to J-Bomb for pointing that out as a true fan of the series, clearly. A lot of people didn't seem to notice that, or otherwise care, but it was a thematic departure in terms of it was so wacky and zany. But that didn't really bother me as much as the fact that, like, a lot of cutscenes were, like, unfinished. The story was told in a kind of a haphazard way compared to Saints Row 2, because it seemed like the cutscenes were not there that needed to be there. The major villains sort of collapsed in a very unsatisfying way. And yeah, the dolly dress-up was kind of nerfed from Saints Row 2. And the world as well, you know, what's the name of the world in that game? It was called Steelport. It was not anywhere near as fun as Stillwater from Saints Row 2 and 1. I was just mad they killed Gat and we didn't even get to see it. Yeah, that's what I mean when I say, like, unfinished cutscenes, Connor. Like, you would think that a death like Gat's should have been shown on camera. I kind of felt like they were going to bring him back for that reason. Like, I thought that maybe it was going to be a big plot twist. I was like, they're being really obvious with this plot twist. They couldn't be any more obvious with the plot twist that the Gat's going to be alive. But no, they never mentioned it again. He was actually just killed. Just, you know, very, very quick and whatever. Nothing, like, they didn't really make a deal out of it. There was really no deal made of it. It was weird. I only saw people fool around on GTA, which made me just disinterested in playing them. Oh, so you never really played them. You played LA instead of GTA. Oh, okay. Streets of True Crime. I love playing as a female character with the Cockney Englishman voice. Yeah, so you have to haven't played Saints Row yet. Saints Row, I say it's got a really strong emphasis on dolly dress up. You can actually choose the voice of your main character. Every line in the game was recorded by no less than 6 different voice actors. And you can choose which one you want to use. And not only are they different in terms of their voices, but oftentimes in their personality as well. Sometimes their lines will differ subtly. And it's pretty great. It's really cool. I wish more games did. I don't know why more games don't do that. Like, you would think that in the grand scheme of ways to spend your budget in your game, that would be one of the cheaper ways to get more value out of your money. Like, I understand that voice acting ain't free, but you have a game script. How much could it really cost in the grand scheme of things to have it be read by more than one actor? So let me choose my character's voice. That was really fun in that game, in that franchise, I should say. I've always been mad at bad voice acting in AAA games, says J-Bomb. Well, I typically find that AAA games tend to have pretty good voice acting. I haven't played a lot of them, though, I guess, so there's that. Infamous open world superhero stuff. Enjoyed all 3. Yeah, I've said on stream many times, that I never did get into Infamous just because I played the demo of the first game, and I found the controls to be kind of sticky and nasty. And it seems like more of a third-person shooter than a superhero game to me. And I'm not really into shooting games that much. Wow. But for that reason, I sort of wrote them off really early.
You'd love watching a movie in this place.
And maybe I would be surprised how much I would enjoy them if I tried them now. I'll say Prototype is way more fun than Infamous any day, says J-Bomb. I like the mute protagonist from the first one who would spontaneously talk on the second to last cutscene. Yes, Connor, yes. That shit was so fucking funny. That shit was probably... I mean, that's probably peak humor. So early in the game... Right, early in the game in Saints Row... early in the franchise in Saints Row, your character is totally mute. And it's established that compared to its contemporary Grand Theft Auto, there's more of like a humorous aspect in the Saints Row games. And one of the funniest things I've ever seen in any video game is the fact that you play the whole game as a mute protagonist, and when you beat a campaign in Saints Row, they'll say something like a quip out of nowhere, and everybody just goes, "What?" And it's always the stupidest thing that they say. It's the stupidest thing that they say, and it's the funniest thing of all time. Yeah, isn't that sad, Thefral? Yeah. Joel would love this place. I guess Joel likes movies. Was that really established that well in the first game? I think they kind of hinted that Joel likes movies in this game. I'm sure they probably mentioned it in the last game at least once, but for them to make like a big deal of it now, it seems kind of like kind of odd. You can transform into an old woman, then elbow drop through a tank. Up yours, that game is peak fuck around, says J-Bomb, huh? It's just Prototype for Infamous. Oh my god, dicks. Maybe you're right. Yeah, Connor. Like, I feel like, what was the one when you beat, the first game I had the least experience in. I've only ever beaten the first game once. I beat the other ones like 10,000 times through. I forget the name of is it Tanya or whatever, who you kill in the end of one of the campaigns? He says something about how, like, he's like, oh, she probably had like 10,000 diseases or whatever. Like, what the fuck did you say? It's the funniest shit, dude. That shit always gets me. What do we got here? Sick Habit. We got some poster for a band. Here's a set list. Yeah, I never played Prototype either, so I couldn't judge. I heard that Prototype is based on the Crackdown formula. Have you guys played Crackdown? I've not played Crackdown either. And then I heard that Saints Row 4 was based on that as well. So I guess Saints Row 4 and Crackdown and Prototype kind of play similarly in terms of their game feel, at least. Just play Spider-Man, says Dix. I never played that new Spider-Man. I've heard it's pretty decent. There's still only like 1.5 of those games, right? I think. It's forgettable, J-Bomb? I just mean in terms of its like game feel. I heard that these games took a lot from Crackdown. So this is a pretty empty place. Just gotta, I guess, go through the curtain.
Spooky. No way.
Why is her voice so loud? I can hear her breathing like crazy. What? Is that her breathing? I can't hear her normally like that. Sephiroth. In this cutscene, she does. Oh, please don't let me play it. Please don't let me play it. I hate this minigame so much. Just play it for me, Ellie. You know what you're doing. Fine. So stupid. Dix, it's not my fault. It was the fucking minigame. I'm godlike. Go apologize to your girlfriend, Ellie. Jeez. You gonna be mean to your freaking SO in a time like this? She's under stress, guys. She's good at it, Remy. She's good at playing guitar. I'm not sure why they don't make me fucking do it. Oh, we're gonna play as Abby finally? Dude, it's been a minute. Wait, oh, there's a flashback. Okay, never mind. 3 years earlier. Oh, shit. Gat, King, and protagonist in an elevator about to confront Tanya. Gat looks at the two and says, I'm gonna skull fuck that bitch. Moment of silence, protagonist looks at Gat and says, hope you don't mind hepatitis. Exactly, that's the one. That shit made me fucking die laughing. There's only the one line.
Right, come on.
Is it?
His voice is so goofy.
Oh, shit.
Joel's alive again, guys. At least in our memories.
I'm gonna start guessing.
You want to spoil your surprise now.
Damn, she aged a hell of a lot in 3 years. I guess she's that age, right?
Is it a dinosaur?
Stop trying to guess. I ain't telling you.
All right. Is it an elephant?
Stop trying to guess.
It a convertible?
You're not gonna guess.
Is it a puppy? Is it a lot of kittens?
You mean a litter?
What's a litter?
A bunch of kittens.
It's a lot of kittens.
Why wouldn't you call it just a bunch of kittens?
I don't know what. It's called a litter.
It's so dumb.
It's not a litter of kittens.
Okay. Hot air balloon.
More walking, less talking.
Yes. How about some platforming, too? Yo, zombie dad, dude. The feels, Sephiroth, the feels. This is kind of nice. In fact, I wouldn't mind if the game had more of these kind of flashbacks. I kind of feel like it'd do a lot to establish, you know, our motivation here, right? Avenging Joel. I think I'm not the only guy that, you know, last played the first game 4 years ago. And even then, you know, I kind of feel like we didn't get to see a lot of the affection between them. Right? We saw most of the game was them at odds with each other and, you know, down each other's throat all the time and always fighting. And then in the end, there was finally some affection. That was kind of like the payoff emotionally for the characters. And then, of course, there's a big cutscene, big climax, and then it was over. We have to then kind of assume, based on how the first game ended, that after that, there was more affection. Right? Because by the end of the game, they were, you know, much closer. I wouldn't mind if this game sort of had more flashbacks like this so that I could kind of feel Ellie's loss. It was kind of fun, you know, narrative design even. To go back to when you're a little bit younger, a little more innocent times. This is the best flashback, huh? I really should enjoy it. We'll see, Sephiroth. Welcome to the channel, man. You're pretty new here, I think. I'm a hater, dog. I'm straight up a hater. I've been shitting on this game now for almost 20 hours. Even though it's a pretty decent game. All things considered. So we'll see if I enjoy it necessarily. Or even our animations are, you know, quite a bit livelier.
Mind your step.
I got it.
Oops.
Oh my, that's amazing. Hold X to ascend. I have like an air bar. Can I swim now? This is another tutorial? That'd be sick. Swimming was sick in Uncharted. My controller's shaking now. I'm supposed to ascend it now. That wet effect looks unconvincing.
You should see your face right now.
What if I drown?
Can I be real with you guys for a minute? Yeah, please, Connor. Please be real with us.
Gotta work on that
That's what we're here for,
confidence, kiddo.
Yeah, keep laughing, old man. See what happens.
This way.
The worst.
So I can swim now.
Your swimming's getting better.
That's a new mechanic.
Remember now, don't just flail about. You
Push
gotta.
the water with your whole arm.
This is sick. This is a tutorial for... Alright, I'm getting my hopes up, guys. Don't spoil it for me, but I got a bad feeling based on my prior experience with Naughty Dog. This is probably going to be a very underexplored mechanic. But this game actually has like a lot of swimming that actually ties into the sneaking and the combat. That'd be sick. There were times in Uncharted, toward the very end, of course, again, they always tease with the mechanics and never actually make use of them. Toward the end of the Uncharted series, there were some times where the swimming was actually tied into the combat in a really fun way. And it never really did deliver on it the way it should have. This game probably the same way, to be honest. She's wet, listen, Zero. Yeah, I've seen a lot of, like, wet skin effects in video games, and I feel like this one is not that convincing. She looks quite oily, like, really oily. Maybe she's hella oily. I respect that as an oily person myself. Maybe she's mad oily, and being in the water just exacerbates it. So I'm a huge Nirvana fan, and whenever I hear someone's in the way as a part of trailer promotional material, I literally feel myself dying inside, like the cringe I feel is immeasurable. I can respect that, Connor. You hear that a lot, not just in Nirvana, but with other bands too, right? Like the co-opting of music that is oftentimes anti-establishment by the establishment to sell you stuff is pretty gross. Puberty makes people oily, huh? Stop bullying the kid. You're probably right, Dix, honestly. You're probably right. Can I dive under the water? I should be able to, you'd think. Maybe they haven't given me that mechanic yet. Well, I can with the O button. Oh, can I descend to? Oh, let's fucking go! I love 3D swimming in games. I love it. In fact, I really feel like it's an underexplored mechanic, not just for swimming, but also for flying. How come there aren't more games where you fly in 3D like this? It happens in Kingdom Hearts, right? When you have the Peter Pan power, and that's really about it. It's probably too hard to design a game around that, I guess. But it's fun as hell. It's fun as hell. In one of the very earliest, 3D games that was profoundly 3D in its exploration, which was Mario 64, you had full 3D swimming. It was fun as fuck. How come that game hasn't... I mean, everything else was stolen from Mario 64.
See it? Just through there, look.
Yeah. I see it.
Yeah?
Looks like... How's that feel?
Refreshing.
Yeah, it's not nice getting pushed in, is it?
Well, actually, we need to swim through this part anyway.
I got you back. You're angry and upset.
I'm very angry and upset. Now, come on.
Ugh.
She's trying to sound younger, and she's doing a pretty good job of it. In fact, I kind of feel like maybe hearing her voice in this format makes me wonder if the voice actress for Ellie really is doing a dramatically different performance for Ellie in this game. Like, I didn't notice it because it's been so many years since I played The Last of Us Part 1. But this sounds more like her in the last game, right? And she does sound quite a bit younger. I guess maybe she's doing a different performance for Ellie in this game. Not a hater, says Sephiroth, but I didn't enjoy this game. I want to hear your opinion on it when you finish the game, of course. We're still a long way off from that, Sephiroth, but I'm looking forward to it, giving a full breakdown on how I feel about it. Right now, my feelings are kind of mixed, which is the case for a lot of Naughty Dog
You don't
games.
need to dive under here. Take a deep breath.
Yeah, I got this.
They had their ups and downs. Playing through the Uncharted franchise a while back, from start to finish, on stream, was an experience of frustration. It was an exercise, I should say, in frustration. Not because the games were all so bad, but because some parts were so good. It's kind of like, if you have the game design chops to make a game that's this much fun for 10 minutes out of the experience, why couldn't you have just done that and made the whole game more fun? It's almost like they do it intentionally to fuck with you.
Is it my 6th grade history teacher wanting to apologize for being a massive dick?
I beg your pardon?
What was schooling like?
My friend and I would argue whenever he called the Fireflies terrorists. We got a lot of detention.
You know, you really...
What's schooling like in this world?
People rile you up.
It's hard when they're dicks.
Point still stands.
I know for sure the guy doing Joel's voice is doing an older voice, like an older delivery for this character. And makes me wonder how much time has passed between the end of the first game and this cutscene. But his voice doesn't sound the same. I've been diving down to many YouTube rabbit holes about true crime to look at anything with a normal lens anymore. I think I should stop watching creepy shit. True crime? Oh, you mean like fucking like serial killers and shit? Maybe a one who built in Tommy's land. That's what you mean, Sephiroth. Oh, you mean like a school. We should watch an anime, Connor. Even you search a school at the beginning and the game doesn't show it. Yeah, we've never seen a school, like, in use. We've seen a lot of abandoned schools. In fact, we've seen a lot of abandoned buildings in general, but very little actual modern society. And the game, more than I remember, hints, this franchise hints that society is still running. But the game doesn't take place in society, so it's kind of hard for me to like sympathize with that. We saw in the first game that the game starts in like a city, right? Like a relatively normal city. And then there's a part where you get to Tommy's, his little city. Don't spend a lot of time there. This game starts in a city. Again, you don't spend a lot of time there. It makes you wonder how society is kind of coming along in the apocalypse. I mean, I was kind of surprised to find out that the city when this game starts has a fucking theater of all things where they watch movies. That just blows my mind.
Where are you taking me?
Kind of says here, MSN, man, that would be awesome. I haven't watched an anime in ages, it feels like. Guys, give Connor some anime recommendations, dude. You ever watch Madoka Magica, Connor? You guys know that's my fucking favorite anime. After FLCL. They're just about tied lately, it seems like. Maja Record, the spin-off of Madoka Magica, has a new season on Saturday. It's going to be on Crunchyroll, the first episode. I'm on the fence if I should watch it or not. Should I wait to binge watch the whole thing or watch it weekly? If I watch it weekly, maybe it'll show support to the brand and they'll bring back Maja Record the game. I should watch it, not miss my chance to watch it and, put in my vote, so to speak. So this is the mechanic we saw in Uncharted, swimming, later in the series. And I wouldn't mind swimming in this game.
Is it a new pair of sneakers?
How many of those do you have?
Not enough.
She likes sneakers. Oh, there you go. Hey, check it out, Connor. Madoka Magica. It's a legendary franchise. Considered widely being among the best. I've watched it now probably 8 times or whatever.
There.
About the free flying thing, some of the Lego games with flying characters let you move pretty freely. Like Marvel with Iron Man.
Fuck it. I'm done
DC
guessing.
Universe Online had flying.
Good.
Anthem had good flying. Too bad the game bombed.
But, is it a massive comic book collection? No, wait. A new DVD collection?
Yes.
Which one?
Just
Yes.
How about laser discs? I heard that's a thing.
Okay, with some wide linearity here, I'm just gonna drive me nuts. I want to find all the treasure. It's probably no treasure. It's a flashback. How could there be treasure? He wants to go that way, and sure does look nice. I guess flying just feels kind of cheap in most games, huh? And devs don't want to be bothered to balance it. Yeah. Honestly, Dix, I guess part of the reason I mentioned it is that it is. You think it could be pretty hard to not just balance it in terms of difficulty, but also in terms of game feel. Because, flying in Kingdom Hearts is pretty ass, right? But when I bring it up, I bring it up as an example of a pretty rare instance of a game giving you full 3D exploration, like up and down, as well as, being on the floor. But it's really not that much fun in a lot of games. But when it is fun, it's like, wow, how come more games don't do this? Here's a museum. Oh, sick.
Holy shit, Joel.
We're here.
Oh my god, it is a dinosaur!
And it is.
Joel!
Joel!
Holy shit. Oh, it's a motherfucking dinosaur.
She's pumped, dude. I recommend Beastars on Netflix. I heard a lot of good things about that, Remy. It's pretty good, but Monica is a top tier if you haven't seen it. Yeah, Monica is amazing. Maja Record, it was okay. That's part of why I'm kind of on the fence about jumping on board with the new season. But I've got high hopes. I think this new season might have a higher budget than the first season did. And it might end up being really good. I don't know. I gotta decide if I'm gonna watch it again weekly or watch it all in one big chunk, or it might hurt my heart too much to watch it because they took away my game. But we'll see. Isn't it like a hentai? I don't think it's a hentai, Connor. I think it's just a little bit more adult. Guyver, the bio-boosted armor is a good one, huh? The latest version. 20-plus episodes, action, sci-fi, horror, kick-ass theme song. Sounds like fun, Chief Jones. How many different versions have there been? So Tyler liked the flashbacks. My friend Sephiroth said it was pretty good, too. So far, I'm enjoying it aesthetically, like a lot of things in this game, but I'm bored by the gameplay. That's sort of my feelings on the game overall. And it's kind of a reflection of my reviews so far of the game. It's just boring. It's like, being stuck in a movie world where you can't do anything, right? Me and Dix were talking about this. Me and Dix were talking about, the interactive movie, right? It's like an interactive movie, but you can't really interact with it. There's no interaction. It's like being trapped in a movie and you can't do nothing. Can you imagine? All you can do is just go on with the movie.
Science and history. How did you find this place?
Maria. She told me about it. Figured it'd be right up your alley.
On my way, Joel.
Figured right. What's this?
It's a book?
It's a dinosaur book.
Okay.
All right.
What's up, X Plus? After I finished this game, I wondered why they didn't just make a movie instead, huh? Then I saw the HBO series announcement, huh? Yeah, that's been a while since we heard about that, hasn't it? Is it still ongoing in production, or did it get canceled, or what? That was the thing for like 2 seconds on social media. And then it was gone. Her mind is blown, dude. Hey! Do I love these things, dude, with the fucking pennies? You guys love squeezing pennies? Oh, flattening pennies. Oh, my God. Let's make a video game out of that, dude. How sick would that be? The whole video game all I do is flatten pennies. I would play it. Just turning the crank, pennies coming out. Ooh, man.
Look at those talons.
That is a velociraptor.
Actually, it's a Deinonychus.
Pretty sure these are velociraptors. Yeah. I mean, at least that's what they called them in this movie I saw.
Getting that movie education. Still ongoing, says Tyler and X Plus, huh? And on track to be the most expensive show ever made. Really? That seems crazy. Rawr, I think the command is Trex. There we go. The series, said to be the largest television production in Canadian history, began filming in Calgary, Alberta in July 2021 and is expected to end in June 2022. It's in Canada? That's fucking sick, dude. You should star in it, Dix. You should be Joel. Go try out. What's up, Ginseng? Welcome aboard, dude. We're at the museum with our fucking daddy. Learn about dinosaurs. It's very heartwarming. There's an 80s or 90s version, and then the one I'm talking about, huh? Was even a live-action adaptation back in the day. Was asked, though. Was it really asked? It's a shame. Hey, I have a flashlight still. There's nothing back here. Oh, there's something back here. Use the chair.
Oh, hello. Sorry, the dinosaurs are busy right now.
What are you doing?
Oh, wait. One of the dinosaurs is here.
Damn, shots fired.
Joel, it's for you.
I'll only be Joel if Jim will be Ellie, huh?
That was pretty funny. Did you get it?
I can see that.
2-year-old?
Oh, I get it.
Pedro is Joel, so I bet he'll probably do it. Who's Pedro? I only know one Pedro, and that's Pedro, my uncle Pedro. That's one, I guess. And the other one is Pedro from, what's that movie called? Something Dynamite? This is Joel Ginseng. He's the father figure that gets killed in the start of the game and motivates Ellie to go ham and go on a revenge spree. Pedro Pascal, okay. Uncle Pedro is Joel? That'd be sick. Thank you, Dick. Napoleon Dynamite. I was going to say Nathan Dynamite.
Whew. It's a big name for little guys.
Yeah, they swarm you.
Did you see that in a movie, too?
Actually, yeah. But a different one. See, there's a sequel.
So he loves movies. That's a good-ass movie, Dick. Yeah, you're right. Do you guys think that Scott Pilgrim vs. the World is kind of overrated? Because if you guys feel that way, then get the fuck out of my chat, dude. Because that movie was sick. It's been on my mind lately, guys. Not sure why. That's why I brought it up. I saw it kind of around the same time I saw Napoleon Dynamite. Also a great movie. And kind of a similar demographic. This guy talked to this guy's leg.
Triceratops means three-horned face.
You would not want to be on the business end of that horn.
Wow, this is fucking boring as fuck. Learn about all the dinosaurs? I could be at a real museum right now.
This is one I recognize.
Flashlight. Oh, let's fucking use the fucking water fountain, dog. That'd be sick. You ever play the games with Lesson Zero? The game of Scott Pilgrim? Yes. Yes, I did. That game was also awesome. Finally came back to, you know, online retailers, right? Digital retailers. Head and face. What? Okay, on some Mario 64 type shit. Okay, very immersive. Like, super immersive. Like, why? Okay. I feel like there's probably a trophy there if I can stand to do that for another 10 minutes. I think the point of that was to establish that I'm young and innocent and carefree, right? Oh, there are collectibles here? Oh my god. Just because they can, says Tyler. Why, though? Says Ginseng. Yeah, now that I think about it, in their defense, right? The whole point of this cutscene is to establish Ellie as a sweet, innocent, you know, young kid. This takes place after the first game ends, where her and Joel have a more affectionate relationship. I guess they're trying to establish that she did have a childhood after all, right? Like, when we meet Ellie in the first game, she's already like a young teen, or like a preteen or a tween, I guess you would say. And so, and she had a pretty hard life.
Was an apex predator.
So this cutscene is here to tell us that after that game ends, you know, she and Joel have a very much a father-daughter relationship.
Pretty short for that.
So the whole funny face scene was to say,
Wait,
you know,
are you talking about
okay,
me?
she's carefree, she's cute. It's a contrast to modern Ellie, who is really hardcore and you know, violent and angry. Yeah, she's slit throats now. In the first game, she'd hardly ever shot a guy before.
Gallimimus's name means chicken mimic. Who names these?
Scientist.
Dude, fuck a scientist, dude.
They're dumb.
Ellie confirmed anti-vaxxer. Another anime I would recommend is Rurouni Kenshin. Young samurai slayer turns a new leaf. Tries to live peacefully or fight without killing. Some political intrigue. A bit more sophisticated and romantic than the average anime. I wonder if Connor's probably seen that one before. Hey, Connor is a huge anime nerd.
There's a 50-cent word.
He's a big anime dork. If he hasn't seen it, he definitely should. It's definitely, I think he's a big shonen fan, right?
Here we go.
Nice.
Got a goofy hat. Let's go check out the mirror, guys. Got a goofy hat now. Gotta update the mirror. Can I talk to this thing? Do you, Ginseng, like some more, you know, grown-up anime? Then watch Madoka Magica, for God's sake. That pretty dope hat, J-Bomb. Stegosaurus. Here we go.
Whoa, this one's brain was the size of a walnut.
No way. Looks like you two have something in common.
Oh, good one.
We're fucking swagging out, dude. We're swagging out in Flashback. Shiva Jones. Let's check out the mirror again, guys. I know I have a fucking cool-ass hat. Aw, shit. It's your girl.
Hey there.
Big grin. Hey, what's up, Darian? 14 months. Look at Joel back there. Oh my god. Oh my god. What do you guys think about that? Skill 1 to 10. For me, that's definitely a 0, dude. Think so, Dix? Oh my god. I believe it's considered an Easter egg if you put the hat on Joel or Dinosaur outside, Connor says. Oh, okay. Oh my god. Ooh. This is better. I like this. Oh, fucking Ellie Pog, dude. Ellie Pog. Oh, sorry guys. This is why I put it in the game, guys. They knew I'd enjoy it more than I have any business enjoying it. Just trying to get some more defenses, X plus, huh? Evil little girl Chief Jones. Dude, that shit was fucking weird, dude. That shit was weird. Oh, I put it on a dinosaur. Oh, okay.
Joel, look.
That is a hat on a dinosaur.
It's called a hatasaur.
Oh, okay. Is that true? I can get it back? Give him my hat back, dude. Let's put that on all the dinosaurs? Let's do it, guys. I'm not bored enough as it is. Come on, ginseng.
Brachiosaurus ate 600 pounds of plants each day.
This game's educational as fuck, guys.
Imagine the poops.
Yeah, there's one scene where actually one of the guys said, "That's a big mound of shit."
That's hilarious.
What is this movie, and when can we see it?
Tell you what, when we get back to Jackson, movie night.
How far are we from Jackson? This is the Jackson Museum. Put that on this guy. His head's right there. Hey!
Tiny head.
Hey, is this gonna be a thing? Please don't let it be a thing.
I hope not. Jesus fucking Christ. My compulsion to see all the little scenes is immediately at odds with my boredom. I'm a man conflicted. I just want to fucking be done with this, but I also want to see all the stuff. Just put less stuff in so I don't gotta see it all.
Whatever floats your boat.
This does. Floats it all day.
Let's get a fucking photo. I would prefer that I couldn't get the hat back. Then I wouldn't have to wonder if there's any special dialogue for doing and everything. Okay, so that's all the dinosaurs whose heads are within reach, I think. Can I put it back on this guy's head? I hope not, for God's sake. Oh, no. What happened? Exactly, Dix. Fucking exactly. Dude, she's a ventriloquist. Okay, let's move on. Can I put it on Joel? I heard a rumor I could put it on Joel's head.
Hey, Joel,
Ellie.
don't you dare take it off. My birthday.
Oh, it's her
rules.
birthday. Oh, okay. Looks good on you. Got a trophy there, guys. Let's fucking move on. Dix, that's too accurate, dude. Easy game. Don't painstakingly go through all this optional and complain, says Shiva Jones. That's a personality, dude. If you're gonna have optional shit in the game, then make it fun.
Whoa, this one looks like a bird.
Well, actually, paleontologists believe that birds were descended from dinosaurs.
Well, excuse me, Mr. Professor.
Is it kind of messed up that I'm actually here for the hats on dinos, Remy? I mean,
Movie.
you can't do that in real life, right? So I guess it is sort of like a fantasy that way. That's my thinking as well, Ginseng. Don't just fucking wear a hat you find. But I mean, it's the apocalypse, dog. Like, they gotta make their fun somehow. There's no Game Boys left. At all.
Look how thick this one's skull is.
Kinda looks like Tommy.
I'm telling him you said that.
Please don't.
Dino with a hat, like a Triceratops hat, says J-Bomb. Do they have hats? There's no Game Boy left, Ginseng. All I can do is fucking wear these nasty hats.
Velociraptor.
That's Shiva Jones, yeah. And also, like I said, it's
This is,
at least
the
if
one
nothing
we're
else, it's a
talking about,
fantasy
the
that's like, you know,
Velociraptor.
it does help
So small.
in a way convey the
Well, don't
post-apocalypse.
trust the movies, I guess.
Because in a real museum, of course, you want to play the dinosaur bones, right? But you can. But this is, you know, a post-apocalypse, so she can do whatever she wants. So it's kind of like a fantasy fulfillment in that respect. This game's awesome, says Very Nice, huh? First playthrough? Yes, it's my first playthrough. I'm glad you enjoy it, man. I'm not really much for these cinematic type games. I played it expecting not to like it that much, but I do kind of want to evaluate it anyway. If not, you know, for my own enjoyment, then just as a way to kind of analyze its design, ask myself what I would have done differently to improve it, or otherwise, you know, make it more a game that I would like, or figure out what I like about it and don't like about it. Sometimes you play a game you don't think you're gonna like, guys. You find out you're surprised by what you do like about it. You know, I think it's good to try different kinds of games sometimes, even if they're not really your genre per se.
Every damn museum in Texas.
And that's kind of my experience with playing games on stream that I kind of expect not to like. I usually don't like them overall, but I always find something about them interesting. And this game has been no exception.
Looks like a giraffe.
Yeah,
Oh, she saw one of those in person. Remember that? That was pretty cool. Hey, nice shot.
I see the appeal.
Told you.
So now I can't get it back. Now that's where it's supposed to be. They're going to watch Lost World when they get home, says Connor. Aw, that's sweet. I'm enjoying it, says J-Bomb. It's beautiful, but I'm glad I don't have to play it myself. Yeah, it might be better to watch than to play. As with the first game, when the gameplay is there, it's shallow. But it is something at least, right? In these parts of the game where there's no gameplay, it is sort of a drag. But I respect what they're trying to do here. They're trying to convey, again, it's like a flashback, you know, with a purpose. We have to establish, you know, how far Ellie has fallen and what she's lost. Like I mentioned, I kind of wish we had more, maybe shorter flashbacks, like more less often.
Did you know this was here?
Or more, but each one, you know, individually, not quite as long.
We can head back.
Oh, shut up.
I kind of like the idea of, you know, seeing Ellie and Joel together as a way to establish why Ellie's so angry now. For sure, I get that. I think these games have a particular rhythm to them, huh? Slow at first to force you to take note of the details of the world they created. I don't know, S+. They would follow Ray nice. I'm sure I can co-sign that. The first game was pretty slow all the way through, right?
Hey, Joel. Guess what the first animal to go to space
Same with, like, Uncharted.
I'll have to guess that was a monkey.
I think you're right that they're slower at first, for sure.
Yeah, in 1947.
But they are very cinematic games, right? There's a lot of breaks from the
at high
action.
altitudes.
Let me put it that way. There's a lot of breaks from the action. There's not really a gameplay-dense experience.
Did they
That really isn't
become superfly?
their purpose, I guess. That's not what they're going for. Now, there is gameplay there. It's just that there's a lot of breaks where there is no gameplay. Or should I say the gameplay is less, I guess, less action-focused. How about that? Gameplay is a term that people argue about a lot, and what its definition really is just gameplay. I am walking around. I am doing stuff.
Whoa.
Let's just say the gameplay is less action-focused.
Hey, Joel, can you name all the planets?
My very educated mother just served us nice pizzas.
Is that true?
Did you just have a stroke?
My Mercury, very Venus, mother Mars.
Oh, okay. I get it.
Yo, she's fucking cranking it, dog. She's straight up cranking it. Yo, crank the fuck out of it, girl. Do what you do. He's done naming the planets? Dude, that's not even half of them, dog. Fine, act up like that. I don't give a fuck. Then uncontrollably fast without a warning due to some kind of dangerous situation. Yes. Yeah, really, really glacial pace, and whoa, we gotta do a bunch of shit, and then slows down. Then, whoa, we gotta do a bunch of shit again. Oh, it slows down.
Tell me another fun fact.
I don't have a booklet for this place, huh?
Astronauts say the moon smells like gunpowder.
So she knows about the moon and stuff, right? In her room earlier, we saw that she has a bunch of astronaut
Well,
memorabilia.
They would take the moon samples back inside and
Huff them?
smell them later, I guess.
That's hilarious. Sound and graphics 10 out of 10, combat 8 out of 10, gameplay 6 out of 10, story 6 out of 10, says Tyler, huh? For me, I would say sound 10 out of 10. Graphics 9 out of 10. Combat, that's a tough one. I'd say combat, like 7 out of 10. Gameplay overall,
Okay, what's next?
4 out of
You
10.
tell me.
Story,
Quiz me.
maybe 6, maybe even 7 out of 10. Huffing moon rock
Who
sticks.
was the first person in space?
Out there sniffing that shit.
Oh, it's easy. Yuri Gagarin.
Gagarin? Is that?
Gagarin? I don't know how you say it. I've only read it, so. Anyway, he flew to space on April 12th, 1961.
Wow.
Color
She's smart. Imagine finding out that lunar dust is razor sharp and then just demolish their lungs. Oh, damn. Makes you wonder how... I mean, is it really true that it smells like gunpowder? Or that's a random
Isn't
myth.
that
But more
incredible?
cool hand.
Why don't you tell me what you like about it?
I don't know.
Oh, no.
People
Cool
all the
hand.
time, They
I don't know. Oh, my God.
I guess relatively speaking, sure.
I mean, they didn't need to go to space, but they did it anyway. It's ballsy.
Ballsy. All right, kiddo. Now I get it.
She likes ballsy stuff, huh? Okay. So else is there more to do around here? Man, I'd like the story more in the second half. Maybe you're right, Tyler. I'd be fucking psyched to find a space museum in the post-apocalypse. Yeah, that's what we're here for. Yeah, that's kind of this whole premise of this cutscene is.
Did you know that
We
the
found it in a
heat shields
museum
of
and
space
Ellie's
shuttles
pretty
are
much
made of
losing her
sand?
shit.
I did not.
As you would
Thought it
in a
was
world
some
without
kind
any
of
Game Boys,
thick
for
rubber.
sure. It's got to be
Nope.
peak entertainment.
Sand. You're welcome.
Out of this world, dicks. Especially one with model rockets like that. I'd nab that shit. I'm surprised to see that there isn't more of this nabbed already. Like, it is definitely very much not vandalized. Almost unbelievably so. But, you know, so you gotta suspend disbelief, right?
Want another one?
Shoot.
Astronauts drink their own pee. It's filtered, but, you know.
Well, we gotta do what we gotta do, I guess.
Yeah.
You guys never drank pee before? Seems weird in
Less
an apocalypse.
contact.
And they both would be drinking pee. Pella pee. Out of this world, J-Bomb. Like in that one game, what's it called? Interact with
You know
everything.
how many times we've been to the moon?
Twice.
6 times.
Oh, for real?
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm gonna make it 7.
You fucking Big Man Legends 2, dog? How long is it, dicks? It really depends on how much you fucking click on shit, I guess. I'm clicking everything, so it's taking fucking forever. Okay, it's got that retrospective journal entry. Interesting. You can only drink so much pee before it's bad for you, says Tyler, huh? That's true of anything, though, dude. Except for water.
Fuck yeah.
Where's the
Fuck yeah.
steering wheel?
Rovers don't use steering wheels. They use joysticks.
Huh.
But why?
Hang on. Is this the real one?
But considering they left the real ones on the moon, I would say no.
She's a big fucking geek, guys. Jesus. What a freaking dork. Is that more accurate cooling than a joystick? Than a pedal and a wheel? Probably easier to make smaller movements, right? So I guess you're right. Okay. What a nerd, Ginseng, yeah. She's a fucking loser-ass geek, what she is. I'm inclined to agree. Well, the game sure does look good, though. Probably better than cola nutrition-wise is Tyler, huh? Dude, that's sad but true. They use joysticks because they were 3S players as X+, huh? Maybe you're right. Can you imagine the fucking nerddom popping off? I feel like, nah, this isn't even a real Sanwa, dog. It's just fucking a hoary replication of a Sanwa. How can you fucking use a moon rover with this shit? Can I fucking wear a spacesuit? It's my birthday. Let's get a spacesuit on. Oh my, here we go.
So cool.
Excellent.
How does it smell in there?
Like space. And dust.
I can swap out different helmets. How come I'm having deja vu right now? Maybe I saw this in a review or something. How you doing, Panda? Long time no see, dog. I'm playing it, dude. I'm playing it. Ryu in training challenged me to play Third Strike? That's hilarious. Mural tag? I'm fucking busy, dude. So I can choose my helmet. I'm not sure I can do anything with these. Can I put them on somebody? I love this game, says Panda. Just finished a second playthrough of this game on Grounded. How are you liking it so far? You know, I'm finding it quite dull, slow-paced. I'm still quite early in the game, though. I felt the same about the first game, though. It's not really my genre. There's a lot of walking and talking, so I like to say. I want to put this fucking hat on a mannequin or something. But I'm not sure that I can. I can't think of any mannequins off the top of my head. I can't put it on Joel, so we gotta keep it moving. I interact with this fucking shuttle? You think I would be able to, right? I think I was overly attached to these two characters together. It was nice seeing a platonic relationship between a girl and a man. That is true, too. Don't say it very often. But it's not really platonic. I mean, it's literally platonic, right? But it is very much like a father-daughter thing. It's not romantic. But they're also not just like friends or whatever. But you're right, that is literally platonic. Familial.
Watch your head.
Hey! We're going to space! It picks up this Mystic Panda. Some tough encounters depending on how you play.
What the heck?
Well, the encounters are sometimes tough, for sure. I'm saying they're not tough sometimes. Since there's not enough of them per hour. That's what I mean.
Wow.
For sure. I mean, when I'm fighting zombies, I do feel tension.
Wow.
Or when I'm hiding from humans, or otherwise in a gunfight, it's fucking, you know, it's a game at least. This is more like a movie. That's what you kind of sign up for when you buy a game like this.
Imagine just...
I wouldn't argue otherwise. I'm just saying, subjectively, it's not my favorite,
Happy birthday, kiddo.
design
What is this?
philosophy.
This
Very cinematic,
is a thing that took
very
a
much like a
long
movie.
to find.
Not a lot of gameplay per hour. I call that gameplay density. You're supposed to stealth, but I went all out a lot and melee killed lots of people, huh? I'm doing a little bit of both, just because I'm terrible at shooting people. I like to try to hide it when I can, and when I get seen, I try to melee, because I'm just so bad at aiming.
Close your eyes. It'll be worth it.
Look at his amazing teeth!
Okay.
Ugh, Joel! The apocalypse. Got that fucking Colgate. Oh, Joel's a genius. Going to space, guys. Is that true, Tyler? The second half has got more action.
Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 5,
It's on fire! Holy fuck! Get out of there, Ellie! Zombie attack!
liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11.
He has a very good memory for her. I wonder what the function of this is diegetically right now. Is it gonna teach Ellie the importance of relationships with the one she loves and have her go apologize to fucking Dina? Maybe make her want to be a mama more. Oh, she passed the fuck out? The fucking Colgate. That shit's real. Yeah, Shiva Jones, yeah, same here. But, you know, I don't want to bait you into you know, hating this game. I know you love, not this game per se, but this franchise. But I do want to kind of use your comment to reflect on my point that for me, this franchise's mechanics, the gameplay is very simplistic compared to the games that it sort of draws from. Yeah, to me, it's just the first game and this game likewise are, you know, they got pretty mediocre stealth and mediocre shooting. I mean, compared to other third-person shooters out there, there's not a lot going on.
Keep looking around, huh?
Yeah, I guess.
They're just not that gameplay focused in terms of, you know, their overall design from the you know, word go. That wasn't their ambition, was to be like an interesting game, right? I kind of feel like people that love this franchise a lot, they sort of maybe, you know, if you want a more cinematic game, that's cool. I don't necessarily.
Yeah.
But I do think that, you know, when you white knight this franchise, because of what it meant to you narratively, it's easy to sometimes forget that I think that gameplay-wise, they really had very low ambition. They just didn't want to take away from the cutscenes, I guess, or make it too involved for casuals to enjoy the story. But the gameplay is just not a lot going on. Between the stealth and the shooting, and the crafting, and the scavenging, it really is not trying to do a whole lot. And to me, as someone that's more gameplay focused, that is sort of a crime. It's not just it's just not that fun all the time if you're not occasionally rushing at somebody with a machete, says Mystic Panda, or deliberately popping out of stealth to blow someone's head off with a shotgun. The biggest thing I've noticed is that it's surprisingly easy to pop out and back into stealth. Watching it again makes me want to play it again, says Very Nice, huh? I probably will soon, though, because I want to knock out the Grounded trophy. Is Grounded the hardest mode in this game? I think that is better, Tyler, than the first game. I think the combat in general seems better. I haven't played a lot of it yet. It does seem better than the first game, though. And I'm looking forward to doing more of it as the game goes on. I don't feel like the combat evolved much from the first game personally. I think, here's what I like about the combat so far in this game. Maybe it's not so much the mechanics that are different, but the way that enemies are strewn through the environment, I find it, so far, the most interesting part of this game for me is when you are popping into and out of stealth. I mentioned this in my last stream, guys, that if I had to be generous, and I usually am not, but toward this game, but if I had to be, I would say that what this game does better than Metal Gear Solid, or differently, and equally impressively compared to Metal Gear Solid, is they have this ambition that Uncharted also had, which is a game that can move seamlessly between melee and stealth and shooting in the same encounter, right? And that's something that Metal Gear Solid has never been able to figure out, how to actually make the combat and the stealth have a marriage. And what I love about this game, the few encounters I've enjoyed in this game, I like it when you can, shoot a guy, machete a guy that's coming up on you fast, and then once you've killed those 2 guys, the other 3 guys might be too far away to see you. You can then duck behind a bookshelf and crawl away, and they're looking for you, but now you are back in stealth to then flank those same guys. You can flank those same guys that you were just in an encounter with. And, it's very fast-paced.
Yeah, I never checked out
and
that
I think
building.
quite intelligent.
Well, let's go.
And just how do you
I think
plan
that
on
really
getting
is like, what Naughty Dog did well toward the end of the Uncharted series was this ambition. They had this game design idea of moving between modes of play seamlessly as a part of your overall strategy. To me, that was the one cool idea that franchise had. In this game, it seems to be more of a thing than it was in the last game.
You ever give anyone else this much grief?
Get down here.
No!
Hey, whose birthday is it?
You can't keep doing that.
I
on down,
want
Joel.
a good splash. We've got more exploring to do.
How much more? Let's go, Joel! Hope he didn't get hurt.
Nice.
Let's see here. I would imagine a PS5 Director's Cut would be out in the near future. Probably right X Plus, yeah. The enemies with the heavy melee moves is Mystic Panda, huh? It's cool that you can still enjoy it, even though it's more of a narrative game. Yeah, I enjoy things about it. Right, that's true of any game that I play, even if I really hate them overall. I wouldn't say I hate this game. It's just that, like the first game, I find it pretty boring. Like, real boring. And likewise, I do have some vitriol toward it. As someone with more of a game design focus, and all the praise the franchise gets, it does make me a little bit bitter. Because I really feel like the games they're not really designed with gameplay in mind. And so to see the warm reception they get across social media and stuff, it's kind of like, yeah, but how about games that are more gameplay focused? I mean, I don't love those games, but it's whatever. It's just me being petty that way. When the games have gameplay, they're oftentimes pretty decent, but it's just I kind of feel like overall, this franchise and a lot of AAA games, people don't really talk about the gameplay that much. They're much more interested in the hype, in the trailers, and the graphics, and whatever big narrative moment might piss everybody off, or otherwise people celebrate. So for me, that's kind of my take on this franchise. Is that it's definitely not for me overall. It is again much more narrative focused. I'm very much like playing movies. And I kind of wish that they had more like. I kind of wish they tried to do more with the gameplay instead of just being content to just sit back and let it be a movie most of the time. What would I change and add? Well, me. The number one thing is increase the gameplay density, right? Like, a lot of my boredom with this franchise would be alleviated if you took all the moments where I'm walking behind somebody and talking with them without any gameplay actually happening. Cut out 1/3 of those or make them all 1/3 the length. All of a sudden now you have tripled the gameplay density by giving me more things to do more often that are more interesting. To me, I have this theory, and I'm not totally sold on this theory. It's a theory I've been developing now for a couple of years on stream about this abstraction of gameplay density, which I describe as being interesting decisions made per minute. Interesting decisions made per minute, right? And a game like this has very low gameplay density, which means per hour of gameplay, I'm doing much less that's interesting in terms of thinking and strategizing and actually playing the game. A lot of it is spent, a lot of those hours are spent doing stuff like this, just kind of wandering around, looking for collectibles, or, getting dialogue in my face. You could also make the dialogue parts more interesting themselves. You could try to make the dialogue more interactive. You could add like some dialogue trees. You could add different endings. Of course, not every game wants to do something like that. Yeah, for me, like a very easy fix is just to kind of trim the fat a little bit. Just so you have more stuff going on per hour that's actually interesting in terms of the gameplay. Like, did this scene need to be this long to convey this this atmosphere it's trying to convey? Like, I think I get the idea of it being a museum. Ellie's young. She's tight with Joel. Does it have to be this long? Maybe someone would say yes. Right? People enjoy the scene. But for me personally, for my tastes being what they are, I would say no. I would say cut it down to a third of the length. But Steve in the chat, what's up, Steve? Welcome aboard, dog. That's pretty petty, says Ginseng, but I see your point. More praise for gameplay would be really good for gaming. That's my thing, Ginseng, yeah. Yeah, when I say petty, I want to be totally transparent with you guys, right? I think that we've all experienced situations where, a game is getting a lot of praise or a lot of hate. And you're thinking to yourself, is this really deserved? And then you play it and you might disagree, or you might find out you do agree, right? When I first played Metal Gear Solid, guys, I thought I would hate it. And it was on PS1. I'm an old guy, by the way. I'm hella old. When MGS came out, it got universal praise across the board. And I thought, for that reason, I would hate it. I was like, these bunch of casuals, talking about how great this game is. It's probably not that great. But I loved it. I fucking loved it. I was definitely on that bandwagon. Same with Oblivion, Elder Scrolls 4, and so on and so forth. I'm not saying that I'm always contrary to popular opinion, but I am saying that there are times where you'll hear a popular opinion and you won't agree, and it is very frustrating. It's easy to take that very personally, right? Like, it makes you feel singled out. It makes you feel, like you're crazy. And in my case, this is one of those franchises that I just don't really... I have trouble accepting that the love the franchise gets is warranted. But again, to each their own. People have their own... People come to the game, the franchise, from different perspectives.
I'll open the door for you.
Different gameplay histories, different, things they find interesting narratively speaking. Not everybody's coming from where I'm coming from, right? So it's totally justified that people love this game and love it for their own personal reasons. But I can't help but play it and just be like, to me, a lot of this is sort of, it seems sort of shallow, trite. So we're back here again. Oh, this is a different place, I think, though. A different part of the museum. Huh? Interesting.
Okay,
Oh, this is the
bad
gift shop.
news. There's shit blocking the door.
Well, see if you can find me another way in.
For me, the ideal of gameplay density is sort of realized in this game's open world chapter, right?
There are dinosaurs around.
I think that, when I talk about how much I like open world gameplay, a part of that comes from the fact that it sort of implies a certain amount of density. Like, because even when I'm just wandering and Dean is talking in my ear, at least I'm actively exploring and looking for stuff that's actually cool to find. Instead of just looking at textures and looking for maybe a trading card, right? I'm looking for like a cave or looking for, a new dungeon. And the game open world section kind of, sort of scratched that itch for me of having this gameplay density where I was actually playing the game, finding stuff, sneaking around, killing zombies, finding new areas, triggering new cutscenes, at my own pace. That was really fun for me. Once I'm stuck in the linear part of the game and kind of following along, it sort of loses me. Add parry, says X+, huh? And super arts. And then you're in, huh? That'd be so sick. Can you imagine, like, wiping out, like, a group of 4 zombies with using Grenadian, dude? Ooh, give Ellie Grenadian, dog? DS2 is personal, says Dix, huh? Yeah, that's one of those games that also, gets a lot of hate, and those that love it are like, dude, you guys don't know what you're talking about. Death Stranding sold 5 million in a year and a half. Popular to hate that game, but I love it, says Shiva Jones. Goes against the grain mindset. I always wondered why we did that, says Ray Nice. Death Stranding people either love it or they absolutely hate it. Just the idea of fungus zombies is different, says Tyler. I mean, it's, it's different in the sense that it's a different kind of zombie, right? That's like if you fucking had nothing to eat but hamburgers your whole life, and then somebody give you like a hamburger with like mushrooms on it, and they're like, yeah, it's different. It's like, is it different? Yeah, I guess it's a little bit different. But I think it's fair to criticize it for, just being another hamburger. Likewise, this game is another zombie game. The fungus is quite superficial aspect, right? Like, I feel like the fungus idea is not really explored in any meaningful way. It's just a way they use to make them, kind of stand out compared to other zombies. Death Stranding is pretty good subject matter for this conversation, huh? Walking sim and memes and all that. I think the term, we're going to think about walking. I haven't played a lot of quote-unquote walking sims, but I kind of feel like that term is sort of a misnomer, right? And what I have played of the walking sim genre, you do more than just walk, obviously. There's usually some kind of adventure puzzle aspect. I haven't played Death Stranding, but I look forward to it, says Mystic Panda, even if I end up not liking it a lot. Fight infected Alex and Urian, take that back, that would be hell. I don't want to fight fucking Urian if he's a fucking zombie, dude. Getting tackled from all the way across the fucking arena, that'd be ridiculous. One-hit kill tackles? Is that a trading card? Oh, my favorite. I know what Dark Souls 2 haters are talking about, I just don't care, says Coolahan. Dark Souls 2 is shit in the ways only losers care about, says Dix. They're delicious, Tyler, that's true as well. Mushrooms are great. I care more if the zombies actually did unique shit, says Dix. Yeah, I mean, they're just zombies, let's be real, guys. I killed for them, it says, huh? It would be cool if zombies were unique in other ways than just being mushroom-themed. And even though they're not really strongly mushroom-themed either.
Buddy.
Could have done a lot more in that respect. I think I kind of like the spores thing. I kind of like, I mentioned this on my last stream, but I kind of like the fact that in this universe, if there's a lot of spores in the air, you know there's big zombies around. Because they kind of, you know, they kind of multiply the spores. That's a cool mechanic. But it's not really utilized that much, like in gameplay for sure. And how much more fun would that be in an open world game? You're exploring, you see a bunch of spores in the air, now you know there's zombies around. That'd be cool. Maybe you can fight them off with a, you know, a fucking athlete's foot bomb. How about that? Get some fucking gold bond powder. Maybe that kills them. That'd be cool. The Stanley Parable is an absolutely brilliant walking sim. I would definitely suggest you check it out on Friday sometimes with J-Bama. And Dixon's inclined to agree. Play the Stanley Parable. Look at it.
This guy needed a hug.
So there is definitely someone that was here at one point. I'm surprised this place isn't more trashed. But again, I think we're supposed to suspend disbelief there. You would think for sure, in real life, in Apocalypse, this place would be totally torn to shreds. But here, it's still pretty much a pretty nicely maintained museum.
Dark in here.
It is dark in here. They do a bit in this game to explain the evolution of the fungus life cycles, says producer Tyler. That'd be fun. I'm looking forward to that then. Lots of birds. Okay. The 4 soldiers at the gate, the last one cried. This guy seems like he's having some kind of PTSD from having killed some people.
Shit.
Uh-oh. The woman we tortured choked on her own blood. Oh my god. Overall, I do like the Last of Us series a lot, says Mr. Panda. If I added anything, it would be longer encounters and being able to run faster. Able to run faster, huh? For all I talk about gameplay density, I really don't feel like the run is too slow for this game. You have to read a lot to understand everything happening in this game, says Steve Jones. You have to read a lot? Oh, you mean like the notes and shit? Yeah, for sure. I've been surprised how little I've really minded that. And I think I prefer the notes overall to the long cutscenes. Give me that, please. Uh-oh. Okay, get my gun back out. I've got, what, 5 shots? Not a lot of shots, dude. I might just want to hit this guy with a fucking bottle, to be honest. Reading a ton, says Tyler. A lot of documents in this game for sure, says X+. Yeah, I find in most games...
Come out, fucker.
It's gonna be like a raccoon or something. I really hate, like, audio logs and stuff. But in this game, they're pretty petite. I think that's what it is, right? I think it's the fact that they're shorter in this game than in a lot of games. The stragglers who snuck into camp, they just wanted food. This guy's definitely got PTSD from all the killings he had to do. We haven't really seen that part of Ellie yet, right? I mean, in the first game, Ellie, you know, domes a guy, and it's kind of made like a, you know, like a big deal out of for at least a cutscene or two. We haven't really seen Ellie sort of, you know, in this game really reflect on the fact that she lives in a world where it's kill or be killed. Thank you for the sub, KG. Welcome aboard, dog. KG, the legend. Thank you for that sub, man. We're talking about The Last of Us 2, criticizing it, and talking about what we like and dislike about it. That's why I'm playing it. I love that kind of stuff. Here's the trash pandas. Kind of funny they've got little trash cans. I like when games let you listen to the lore shit in the background, like audio logs that you pick up, and they just play as you do stuff. That is cool, yes. I especially love it, Dix, when it shit's fucking, like, just happens. Without a fucking menu in your way. Like, if a game has audio logs that can play while you act, or while you're playing the game, I honestly won't listen to them. I won't listen to them at all. If I have to go to a menu to activate that. How about when I touch the thing, the audio just plays? Let me find the tape, click the interact button, and then carry on my fucking day while the thing talks to me. That'd be cool. We locked them... I'm sorry, let's see here. The people in the van, we locked them in and doused it with gas. Well, did you light it on fire after that? Because that don't sound so bad to me. Oh, you did? Oh, shit, never mind. Never mind. Okay. Random documents and audio logs. We find under cabinets. We find them under stuck to dogs, says J-Bomb. Usually I don't care about lore at all, but sometimes I do, says Ginseng. Yeah, same here. I don't really care in this game either. I just find them quite enjoyable because they're so short, I think. I have to theorize about that exactly, like why I find it more tolerable in this game. I don't really care, honestly. I don't really care about the things that they write. But when I do read them, I'm kind of like, oh, I don't really hate it. I kind of like it. Let me walk away from my NPC and keep the voice volume constant. Yes, Cool Hand, yes. I said earlier in this playthrough, right? This game is pretty good with that, Cool Hand. I noticed that they will reduce the volume if you're like 10,000 miles away. But typically, if I'm far from them, it still sounds like they're near me. And I fucking love that shit, dude. Fuck realism. Let me explore while you're talking, not try to fucking, you know, read the subtitles just to fucking understand what you're saying. There is no light. Oh, there's some light, for sure. The flashlight. Hello? Hello? Oh, I can climb this? I didn't want to. I wanted to stand up straight. Give me this, please. I can start crafting some shit? I mean, I guess I probably could, huh? I got enough materials. But there's no enemies. So that seems like a weird thing, but okay. Let's craft some shit, right? Just for fun. Oh, I can't. All I have is fucking rags. Okay. So here's another note. Here's the dead guy. Here's some stuff. Some ammo even. Nice, nice. This is the guy that's writing all the stuff on the walls or what? We wanted to end suffering. We wanted to restore humanity. Each time we sacrificed a part of ourselves, our leaders kept saying it'll be worth it. Now we've disbanded with nothing to show for our sins. I thought coming here might reignite something, some purpose. My parents loved bringing me here. It's one of my earliest memories from before the outbreak, before all the cruelty and savagery. Those memories just made me angrier. I don't want to be in this world anymore. I can't look at the person I've become. It's pretty sad. But forgive yourself, guys. Seriously. That's a lesson for the kids. Nobody's perfect. Everybody does things that they regret. People are oftentimes stupid, guys. That's for sure true. And you're going to be stupid too. So when that time comes, just fucking, you know, appreciate the fact that, you know, nobody knows what to do at all times. Nobody has that amount of wisdom. Just try to forgive yourself and use that as a way to forgive others too. When they do you wrong, because they likewise don't know what the hell they're doing either. Okay. I gotta squeeze through here with the X button.
Stupid fake animals.
Dude, fuck them, honestly. Some of the stuff she'll try to do in the games of Mystic Panda, you could say is from her mourning/wanting revenge/trauma, which is all true. But I'd say a good chunk of it's also because she's reckless, a stubborn hothead. Maybe you're right, Panda. I might agree with that. For the sake of storytelling, I shouldn't have to look in every corner to know interesting tidbits and about important characters. This note placement is how it should be, says Chiva Jones. Maybe you're right, Chiva Jones. Again, I'm still early in the game, so I really can't speak. So far, it seems to me like all the things I've found have been, you know, they've told the backstories of NPCs who are not that interesting. Like, they're not, like, main characters. And I've enjoyed that as, like, a sort of, like, a side quest thing. You know, learning about some random guy. But I've never been experienced so far, like, having to read something that actually is important to the game's plot overall. Chiva Jones said earlier... Oh, shit. That's a huge-ass pig. Jesus.
Shit.
You okay, girl? Get your ass up. So I can't explore here. We've got... Ellie?
I'm in here.
Hey, Joel.
The hell was it?
It's just some animal.
Oh, the Fireflies logo.
Well, let's get a move on. I want to get a fire going before it gets too dark.
Ellie, it's been 2 years since the last game. I'm not gonna lie to you, Ellie, I'm old. I don't know what happened. I got old as fuck.